Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another video, and in today's video I'm going to tell you 5 things that I absolutely hate about this car, the Audi S4 B8. So let's get straight into it, and we're going to jump in and tell you how bad the heating system is on this car. Follow me. Now I'm going to start the car up. Okay, so the biggest problem with the heating system is it just heats up either too much or too less. Let me show you guys the AC system. It's obviously got the dual air conditioning and the climate control, but when you put the temperature on a specific level, it becomes either too hot or too cold, so you're left to faff around with the car constantly, and we haven't got time for that. So let's show you. Here is the climate control. So we've obviously got the heated seats. The heated seats are on a let's put the power down here. So the heated seats are actually on a control in terms of how much you can adjust them, and they go up to a maximum of 6. But this heating itself has high, and obviously you can work the temperatures down. It ends at a very unusual 28 degrees. So it doesn't actually go up to 30 like the BMWs or like the newer cars. It ends at 28 degrees. The biggest issue with that is you find it way too hot. Now, this moves me on to problem number 2. The second thing that I hate about this car is, yes, as you drive this car, the way the air enters the car is so bad. So as you're driving, I'm going to demonstrate and show you guys an example. As I'm driving, I'll pull the windows down, and the level of air that comes through from the window, it almost comes through it's at the highest point in the window. I don't know how to describe it, but in my experience, as you pull the window down, the air, imagine, comes through here and it goes boof, and it straight hits you in the face, and you're like, oh my god. So as you're driving, as you can imagine, that air conditioning is too hot. You pull the window down and the wind's going, yeah, it's just too much effort, and it annoys the crap out of you, because if you're going on a long journey, which I do a lot of long traveling, I absolutely hate it. So the third thing with this car that I absolutely hate is the noise of the engine. Guys, let's jump out and let me show you how noisy this thing is. I understand it's obviously supercharged, but in the cabin, if we turn the heaters off, okay, it's not too bad, but let me pull the bonnet up and you listen to how noisy this thing is. In comparison to the Nissan GTR and all the other cars that I've had in the past, this is probably one of the most noisiest. So let's pull that bonnet up and let's go show you what the hell it sounds like. Okay, so we've just pulled that up. Guys, are you ready? What on earth is that? It's so noisy. Oh my god. As you can hear, the majority of the noise is coming from the belt here. As we move further away from the car, you can see that this thing is very noisy. If we do a test, we've taken about 10 steps away and we can still hear that car, and it is very loud. It's so loud. Now, the other thing to bear in mind is that this vehicle has the Revo Intake fitted. Now, that could potentially be what is the problem to this noise. What is doing? Anyway, let's get back in the car and tell you the next problem with this car. Now, the fourth thing wrong with this car that absolutely does my head in is the windscreen fluid light. Any car I have had, I have never had this light on. Till owning this Audi S4, this light has been the bane of everything. I have constantly topped it up. The weather in the UK, as you know, if you're not from the UK, the weather is shambolic. One day you're gonna have snow, then next day you're gonna have a lot of sun. With this, I've had this washer fluid light just constantly going beep beep beep, and the thing is, I used to mock people that would say the Germans have a significantly large number of lights on the dash, but I literally see where they're coming from now, because this thing has not left my life and it is doing my nothing basically. So let me show you it. And yeah, I've topped this thing up significantly, and I've topped it up so many times, but the light just keeps coming back, and it keeps coming back. And the worst thing is, I sent this car for an MOT, went there, the geezer topped the water up for me all the way to the top level. 1 day later, boing. Let me show you this bane of my life. There you have it. There you have it. That evil creature is there. There it is. There it is. Okay, so we're not going to dwell on that too much. And the final thing, the fifth and last thing that I've decided to leave for the end, that I absolutely hate about this Audi S4, oh my god, I almost took the ceiling off there, is the fuel. This car is so bad on fuel, in my opinion. Remember, all of the things that I've told you are my opinion. I've obviously driven the car, I've had the car for over a year, and I'm just telling you exactly how I feel about it. The fuel is ridiculous. For it being a 3 litre up against the GTR, it is so bad. I'm comparing these two cars because these are the two cars that I own that have the bigger engines. This is a 3 litre supercharged, what, 3.8 twin turbo V6, and that GTR is perfect on fuel. For the size of engine, it sucks up the perfect amount of fuel when you put your foot down. This thing, look, I'm having to fill up again. Just yesterday, I put 30 pounds worth of fuel in it, and I've somehow now hit 30 miles, and that's just me driving around in the city. I'm doing an average of around 30 to 40 miles, so I think the reason I left this till the end is because this car is shambolic on fuel. So if you are considering on buying one, then let me know. If you have an Audi S4 B8, please in the comments section tell me how many miles per gallon you're getting on a city, how many you're getting on the motorway, and how good is your car on fuel, because I'm dying to know. Because this thing is the one thing that's putting me off about this car, because I'm just having to fill it up consistently and I'm not really getting that much satisfaction from it. We have unlocked a bonus hate level. We've got one more thing that I forgot to completely mention, and that is, if you buy this Audi S4, you must go for the 2013, which is the facelift model. This is obviously pre-facelift, because this car has the older multimedia system, and this MMI is shambolic. I've got the solution for the problem that I've got, but the thing that I hate about it is it's so outdated. It does not have Bluetooth. In today's world, with no Bluetooth, you cannot do anything. We all know that. So this is what I say you do. You buy one of these Bluetooth adapters. Let me show you this. This is the daddy. I bought this for £4. It's a Bluetooth transmitter. I basically use this to transmit my Bluetooth onto the system. But let me show you how old this radio thingamajig is, because bearing in mind we're hopping in and out, we're going from the GTR to this, and we're having to go from we have to use this Bluetooth setup. And on the GTR we've obviously got we've got access to DAB. It's a 2015 plate, the GTR, but it's significantly better than this. You've got the Bose sound system. This has got a great sound system, but damn, it's outdated. So yeah, you have to consider that, because that's the one, well, the sixth thing that I hate about this car is a bonus unlock. Check this out. So there you have the system. We've got the radio frequency there ready, because that's obviously connected to the Bluetooth adapter. When you hit media, jukebox. I mean, jukebox really. Jukebox. This is not the 1995s. We are in 2021. No one has a jukebox. But anyway, we'll leave that. What I would like to say, guys, is if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe, because we got plenty more videos coming. I love all the support. We're getting much closer to 1,000 subscribers, so just make sure you hit subscribe. And yeah, they're the 5 things that I hate about the Audi S4 B8. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, because we've got a Nissan GTR, and we've got an Audi A5, and we've got an Audi S4 B8, which we're going to absolutely smash out this year. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I love you all. So peace out. Thank you very much for watching.